with Black Ops 7 being about 8 months away releasing this year, it's time to talk about the zombies mode. As always, every year we get leaks around this time on the next Call of Duty. We've known this year's is going to be called Black Ops 7 for a few months now, being developed by Treyarch, and that means, being a Treyarch game, it will have zombies. And well, we've gotten some new leaks on BO7's game modes, which we're going to go over in this video, along with a few other stuff as well regarding Black Ops 6, DLC 3, and more. So let's just get straight into it. A few days ago, this was posted on Twitter, which said, rumour, round-based zombies in Black Ops 7 will be the main focus, even with Outbreak being in it. He then put out another tweet where he said Outbreak will be returning in Black Ops 7 on Avalon. We previously reported a few years ago that there was supposed to be a bigger emphasis on Outbreak in Black Ops 6, which was later confirmed to be cut code of a Liberty Falls Outbreak map. It's likely Modern Warfare Zombies put a wrench in their plans, but now they want it to return for Black Ops 7. So basically, and I heard these rumours as well, Outbreak was supposed to return for Black Ops 6 Zombies, but I would guess because Treyarch knew the community wanted round-based back, we hadn't had it properly since Cold War, and even then it wasn't their full focus. Vanguard was some weird combination of Outbreak and round-based. Modern Warfare 3 was this open world style zombies, and so with Black Ops 6 they wanted to bring back Outbreak because it was successful in Cold War, but they also wanted to make sure the round-based side of zombies was good as well. And so in order to do that, they decided against bringing back Outbreak and just fully focused on round-based zombies, and that's exactly what they've done so far. However, for this year's Black Ops 7, they want to bring Outbreak back. All of the plans that they had for it in Black Ops 6 and the work that they started for it, they have brought back for this game. So even without these rumours, which are almost a confirmation because the Ghost of Hope is a very credible leaker, I probably could have guessed this was going to happen anyway. Outbreak at some point was 100% going to return because it was successful in Cold War. No matter what you think of it, if you think it was bad or good, it brought in a whole new player base just because it was so different. Personally, I didn't rate it. I much preferred Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which was actually open world compared to Outbreak. I thought there was so much they can improve with the original version, but maybe now that they've done it in Cold War and then we've had this other version of it kind of in Modern Warfare 3, they've got that experience of an open world zombies and they can take what they've learned and implement it in Outbreak 2.0 in Black Ops 7, which hopefully would mean it would be good, just based off what I would want from it. The only worry I do have, which is mentioned here, and I worry about this because this was a problem in Cold War for me, they're planning to do both Outbreak and round-based. And what I experienced in Cold War was, as soon as Outbreak introduced, it started to take away from the round-based experience, and it meant in that game we had one less round-based map. So if you didn't like Outbreak at all, and you only played round-based zombies, well, you suffered for that by receiving one less map. Or vice versa, if you preferred Outbreak and wasn't really a fan of round-based zombies, if you couldn't get into World at War, be it 1, 2, 3, 4, it just wasn't for you, but Outbreak made you actually enjoy the mode for the first time, you never really unlocked its true potential because Treyarch were trying to juggle between the two modes. I reckon Outbreak could have been so much better than it was, maybe to the point where I would have actually liked it, if that was the only mode we got in Cold War, but we didn't, and it's going to be the same for Black Ops 7. Think if in Modern Warfare Zombies we got the mode that we did, the open world stuff, and then we also had round-based at the same time, neither mode would be good because they both need a lot of effort, a lot of time and content pumping into them. You can't do both at the same time, you just end up with two mediocre modes. So when I think about it like that, I'm actually kind of worried for Black Ops 7 Zombies. We have had the rumours that all of Black Ops 6 Zombies maps will be transferred to Black Ops 7, so on day one, on that game, you'll be able to play Terminus, Liberty Falls, Citadel, the Tomb, the Mansion, whatever other maps we have. So if Treyarch do that, okay, that's great. That's a lot of maps for you to play on day one, but that's still, you know, it's not new content. If I wanted to play those maps, I just play Black Ops 6. The graphical difference between these two games is going to be next to nothing. There will be a few changes gameplay wise and of course new perks, or at least you would hope, but ultimately while it's cool, you need new maps. Treyarch seriously can't expect people to just play all of Black Ops 6's maps and that to be enough. Yeah, I'm actually really concerned for this. I know a lot of people will see it as good news having two modes, but when you also take into consideration that Black Ops 7 is literally coming out straight after Black Ops 6, a year after, Treyarch have had no time to work on this. Obviously it would have been in development before and would have also had other developers working on it like Raven. I don't know if Sledgehammer are doing anything, but the same thing happened for Vanguard Zombies. Treyarch had like a year to do that, and look how that turned out. It was crap. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, although I thought it was okay, was very quickly made. It's literally the Warzone map with zombies on it. Knowing that Black Ops 7 hasn't had much development time, nothing about this, and I don't want to be negative, I love Treyarch games, not recently, but I still think they're the best developers, and obviously I love COD Zombies. I want as much COD Zombies content as I can, and this is more of it, but this is not going to be good. I can just tell. It might be okay compared to today's standards, but I truly believe it's just going to keep pushing COD Zombies down and down and down. The reputation of this game mode has dropped to a low anyway, and so when they keep doing stuff like this, just pushing out low quality content. And there are some things that Treyarch can do to help that, of course. That doesn't have to affect the storyline. Having only a year's development doesn't mean the storyline has to be crap. It doesn't take a year to write a story, so that's totally on Treyarch. If the storyline's boring, that's their fault. Yeah, look, it's more zombies content, which is good for me, but it's just a shame to see what has happened to this mode. The game hasn't come out yet, we've got to give it a chance, but come on, we're not stupid. We've been around for long enough now to know a situation like this cannot produce a good video game. However, as I mentioned earlier on, because they've already done an Outbreak mode and because they've done Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, they've now had plenty of experience where they can go back, look at that, look at the complaints and feedback, and then correct that for Outbreak 2. Some things would be pretty easy to change. Just going over what I did and didn't like about Outbreak. The mode just felt, and it was a lot slower than round-based zombies. It was too slow-paced for me. Part of that was because the zombies were so spread out, so you could literally run for 30 seconds, a minute without really seeing any zombies, maybe one or two in the distance, but you could go a while without having any action, so there just needs to be more zombies in the world overall. The missions were also pretty repetitive. There needs to be way more variety. By the time you'd reached like world level 7, 8, I think you'd done every mission in the game, so they would just then repeat over and over again, which got boring really quickly. Besides from adding more into the game, I'm not sure how Treyarch could overcome that. The map itself also needs to feel more zombified. Outbreak was literally the fire team maps. Even with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, it was just the Warzone map. If they're going to do that, which they are, it's going to be Avalon, a Warzone map. They need to actually zombify it. Maybe add ether crystals everywhere, maybe change the skybox to a dark ether setting, add fire and rubble in places, cars, maybe cracks in the ground, so that it actually looks like an abandoned post-apocalyptic wasteland. Maybe add some fog in some areas. Think of Transit, even though it's a bad map. That was kind of Treyarch's first attempt at an open world zombies. Well, not really, but you can't say the map itself wasn't zombified. It didn't look like a zombies map. So whatever they did to Transit, okay, maybe not the annoying features like lava in the ground, but that's proof that you can zombify a big area. To me, that's more important than anything, because otherwise it just feels like you're playing zombies on multiplayer, whereas it should feel like you're playing zombies on a zombies map. So Treyarch need to do whatever they can to make Avalon feel like a zombies map, a zombies world, which is going to be very difficult for them to do because it was built for Warzone. To change the whole look of the map is just not going to be viable. And then apart from the more generic stuff, there needs to be more Easter eggs, a really interesting story, a good set of characters I think is important, and there have been rumours that in Black Ops 7 we are playing as Richtoff and Takio, Nikolai and Dempsey again, a different version of them that we haven't seen yet, so that's great. At least we're not playing as operators, but there's so much more to do. I definitely think this mode can work. We've been asking for an open world zombies for a long time. Outbreak's not really that because you travel between different sections, the map's kind of split off. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was more of that, but they can't do what I think they're going to do and just simply copy and paste Avalon, place zombie spawns in it, add in a few zombies missions, and then expect us to exfil. That's not fun. So yeah, it looks like we definitely are getting Outbreak in Black Ops 7. I'm interested in it, but being 100% honest, I can't see it being good. Unless Treyarch do the things that I've just mentioned, then yeah. And by the sounds of it, there is round-based as well, so if Outbreak isn't good, we can play that, but it's just the question of how are Treyarch going to juggle the two modes? How are you going to make Outbreak good and round-based good at the same time? They've tried it before on a game where they had much more time to work on it and it didn't work. So you can make your own minds up. I'm just being realistic here. So that's Black Ops 7 Zombies. Anyway, there's a couple of other things I want to touch on for Black Ops 6. It looks like Double Tap is definitely coming back. When I mentioned it in a previous video, I was a little bit skeptical. However, Reality UK over on Twitter, a very credible leaker, tweeted on the 28th, extra strings have been added to this update that absolutely confirm, without a doubt, Double Tap will return. And then that same day we also got the logo for the perk. I can't say for sure whether this is real or isn't. It kind of looks fake, right? Either that or Treyarch's designers have done a pretty cheap job in my opinion, because if you look at the Double Tap logo and the two guns here, well, they've straight up taken this from the Cold War free-for-all game mode. When someone brought this to my attention, I initially thought, okay, this has got to be a fake fan mock-up, right? But it looks like this is real, which is weird. Treyarch have just straight up taken a Cold War game mode logo and made it the new Double Tap logo. I mean, fine, it doesn't really make any difference. That's just super strange, but I guess it works. Why make something new? But yeah, Double Tap's coming back. That's great, a perk that we've been asking for a long time. Hopefully it's not nerfed. Hopefully it's as good as the original, if not better with augments. And I'm super interested to see how this is going to affect the game overall, because it essentially makes you twice as powerful. How is that going to work in terms of balancing, especially with older maps on Terminus, Liberty Falls, Citadel and the Tomb, maps that weren't designed for double tap? If you can now go back and purchase it in those maps, then surely they're going to be super easy because you can do double the damage to zombies, especially considering Black Ops 6 is a really easy game anyway. And the final thing I want to mention in this video, it seems the next zombies map is 100% coming in Season 3. That's been said by a leaker called The Ghost of Hope. Season 3 is, well, I don't even know when it is, but it's not that far away. So if we're getting another zombies map this soon, that's good to see. So there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.